Welcome to Bloodwood Restaurant and Bar. My name is Claire van Vuuren and today we're going to be cooking a beautiful mushroom tart for our friends Young Henrys. So there's 3 steps involved. First we're going to make the filling. So just chop up some onions and garlic, and these are just going to be slowly cooked off in the pan with butter, thyme and some alcohol. So we've got these beautiful pine mushrooms. So with the mushrooms you want to sort of cook them off first so that they drop all of their liquids. Rough chopping them up, keeping them big so people can see what they're actually eating, and straight into the oven. And then I've got to toast some walnuts. So straight into the pan. These are just going to be toasted off for extra flavour. 5 to 10 minutes for the walnuts and about 20 minutes for the mushrooms. The onions are cooking nicely, so I'm going to take the toasted walnuts and throw them into the onion and garlic mixture. Secret ingredient is lots of alcohol. Butter, alcohol, salt. What can go wrong? This is looking really perfect for blending to form the base of our tart. Pop it all into the trusty Thermomix. And now we're going to add some eggs, cream and a little bit more salt and pepper. See what's happening with that. Let's give that a little taste. Perfect. And put it in the fridge probably for about 10 minutes. And there's also going to be confit onions. And then I'm just going to throw it into a pan with quite a good amount of oil. And then they just go straight in the oven for about half an hour on a low heat. Our tart, I do it upside down, so it's kind of like a tartatan. So I've got to have a nice caramel that's salty, full of pepper and everything to sort of tie this all together. Lots of sugar, straight into a dry pan. We're going to just start to let that melt down for a minute or two. I'm going to add about 100 to 200 mils of sherry, which is a lot, but you need it. So let that bubble away, let the alcohol cook down. So we're going to check on these mushrooms. These are perfect, so nice and cooked. Just dramatic effect for you guys. Be careful with your pour alcohol into the hot pan and turn your back. Now I'm up to building the tarts. Okay, so this is our caramel that's cooked down. So we're going to get a nice decent spoon, all the mushrooms, and remember everything's going to cook down. So you want to pile a lot more than you expect. Nobody likes an empty pie. Then the confit onions. So the last step before pastry, our walnut, onion and garlic pastes. So I'm just going to add a big dollop on each one. Do you want them to overhang by quite a bit? Do you want to have a nice crusty bit of pastry around that you can soak up everything? And you just literally place a little lid on each one. You don't have to push it down because that will happen in the oven as the pastry melts. Okay, these pies are going straight into the oven. They'll cook for probably about 30 to 45 minutes. And in the meantime, we just enjoy a cold beer. They've come out of the oven, the pastry is nice and cooked, and then you just have to flip it onto its roof, remove this, watch out, it's nice and steamy. Then I'm just going to finish these with some walnuts that I candied. So simply boiled in sugar syrup and then dried and fried. Crumble these on top, a little bit of colour. So that's it, you got the pine mushroom tart from Bloodwood. I think it pairs perfectly with a natural lager. Thanks for cooking with me today. It's pretty bad. Have to do it again.